Well, welcome to a special edition of the Acer Computer Shop. We have a special guest here, all the way from the Daily Star, Mr. Richard Fenton. Richard, welcome to QVC. It's good to see you, sir.
Thank you very much. Good to be here.
You've got in your hands there a rather fantastic bit of kit, this is, isn't it? This is the Acer Iconia. It's one of the latest fabulous tablets here that are just stunning. Who's going to buy this, though? Who would buy one of these, Richard?
Well, you're right. I've got this in my hands, and you're going to have to prise it out of my hands if you want it back. I'm glad you've got your own to play with, because this is absolutely fantastic. Yeah. As for who would want this, the question is who wouldn't want this?
Right.
This is a wonderful piece of kit. I actually got this for work.
Right.
And my girlfriend was complaining because we took this on holiday, so I could catch up with the editor, make sure that I was in the loop, etc.
Yeah.
And she was complaining for the first day. By the second day, we were arguing who's going to use it. We were shooting the holiday pictures on this. I'm checking in with the boss back at work. Yeah. She's doing a bit of shopping online. She was actually buying a couple of things from QVC.
Good girl.
So the whole landscape changed. So while I'm here today, I'm probably going to buy myself a second one of these just for the girlfriend. But
do you know what? It is absolutely incredible for all those reasons, as Richard said there. Also, you could have taken some of your favourite novels there. You could have just downloaded them straight onto that, because it's a fabulous book reader as well.
Well,
it seems to do everything.
Yeah, it's funny you should mention it. I actually did download a couple of books while I was down there. We were taking it by the pool. And the beauty of this as well, when you turn it around like this, you actually get the feel of the book. Yeah. So you can actually see the pages, the screen changes.
Because they're ultra portable, aren't they? Yeah. This is what they're designed for. They are absolutely amazing how easy it is. And it's thin, and it doesn't seem to weigh much more than a magazine.
Well, I'd say these days, with all the supplements and things that you get with magazines, this is a lot lighter. It's a lot easier to carry than a bunch of magazines. Yeah. And by the pool, I noticed when you've got the kids running around, the splashing water, you just wipe this thing clean. If you've got a magazine or a book, the pages are wet, they're sticking together, you've got all sorts of problems. And you could bookmark the book as well, so you're straight into where you left off. And it actually feels like you're reading a book. It's not like you're looking at a computer screen.
And you even flick the pages, because it's got this fantastic capacitive screen, which is a multi-gesture screen. So if, for example, I had here a photograph, I could just expand it just by moving my fingers like that, and I could squeeze it down. And that's the great thing about something like this, isn't it, Richard, that it becomes so many things. For example, it's Wi-Fi. You mentioned, obviously, you were downloading. So it's Wi-Fi. So when you're in your favourite coffee shop, when you're in the back of some coaches, railway trains, for example, now you can get a hotspot, you can get Wi-Fi, and you can download so much content. It's got this amazing Android system from Google, which is the latest Honeycomb 3 operating system designed for tablets, and that gives you a really rich experience, doesn't it?
Yeah, I mean, we were watching, I was actually watching a film on the way down here this morning on the train, and it's funny you should say, it was very easy to log in, found the connection straight away. The quality of the picture was high definition all the way. It was just as if I was sat on. You've got a big, wide screen. It's not like you sat there trying to watch it on your small screen on the phone. Yeah. You can get this out of your bag and you're away. You're straight online, no problems. Download it and you're watching your favourite movies. And
it is absolutely incredible, because what we love about this is also, as Richard was saying, this is a high definition screen. But what's brilliant about this particular thing, and if I give you a quick tour here, you've got simple things like an on-off button. You'd expect to have that on the side here. But Richard and I were chatting about this before. You've got an HDMI out port. Now, what that means is you can see how slimline it is in that particular shot there. But that means that not only can you watch high definition pictures right now, but you can also pump that out in full high definition to your big plasma or LCD screen that's in high definition. So, in other words, whatever you've downloaded here, you can then watch when you get to your holiday destination and when you get home or whatever. I mean, these are absolutely brilliant. We haven't actually got a Wi-Fi high spot in this studio right now. So a lot of the things, of course, here to do with connectivity, we can't really demonstrate. But you can get the idea of just how portable these are and how it would be simple. I mean, guys can fit these into their bags, their courier bags. Girls, medium-sized handbag. You wouldn't even need a large one, Richard, would you?
And that's the thing as well. Once you've got the Wi-Fi connection, you can download your movies or your games, and you don't then need the Wi-Fi connection to play the games. Yeah. So the kids, you can download the favourite games. You can have them in the back of the car, because in the back of the car, of course, you're not going to get a Wi-Fi connection. Yeah. So you download everything before you leave the house, pass it over to the kids, and they're away. They're playing the games or watching their favourite films. So the trick is, if you know you're going somewhere where there is no Wi-Fi, get everything that you need onto the tablet, and you're away for the day. And the other thing with this as well, you've got 8 hours worth of battery. I I mean, I left the house this morning at 6 o'clock, and we've not even started to come down on the battery life.
And that's the great thing about it, because there are, if you like, no moving parts on there. And obviously, particularly if you're using it offline, as Richard was saying, if you're using it in airport mode or airplane mode, then obviously it's not hunting for Wi-Fi signals or Bluetooth signals, and that preserves the battery life even longer. So it really is something that you can take away, and up to 8 hours battery life is fantastic. There's lots of other features as well. You've got a 5 megapixel camera on the front, but you've also got, on the back, you've also got a 2 megapixel on the front. So that means literally that if you were doing Skype, for example, you could be Skyping and seeing not only your friend halfway around the world, but obviously they could be seeing you as well, which is
nice
brilliant.
Nice movies on this while we were away on holiday, some fantastic panoramic views of the beach and the hotel where we were staying. And because the quality is so good, it's far better than even the cameras that we were carrying specifically for the job. We just ended up taking this with us everywhere.
The other great thing about this is it's got 16 gigabytes of memory on board. Now, with a lot of other tablets, that's you buy what you buy. So you buy a 16 gig, or you buy an 8 gig, or a 32 gig. But this one is upgradable. It will upgrade a further, if you want to, up to 32 gigabyte, because of a micro SD slot that it's got as well.
I don't think there's many more tablets that you can actually do that with, where you can
Google Apps. There are tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands of these coming online as well as we speak. So, you know, it means that you can access your favourite newspaper. So, I don't know if there's a Daily Star app, but if there isn't, I'm sure there will be one soon.
There's a Daily Star app and a Doesn't Grow on Trees app. But on the app side of life, while we were away, we were actually in Turkey, and we went to a proper Turkish restaurant. It was recommended to us by the people who were on the hotel. But the problem that we had, because it was a local restaurant, the menu wasn't in English. We were able to download an app, scan the menu, and it translated the menu for us there.
This will read barcodes. This has even got GPS built into it. I mean, seriously, all the features that your favourite phones might have, this has got it. But then Richard made that brilliant point. You've got that gorgeous big screen. You don't need to know about the fact this has got a fabulous dual-core processor in there. It's what it's doing for you. What it means is that when you touch something, it literally happens. As I say, unfortunately, we don't have Wi-Fi access here right now, so a lot of the features we can't actually demonstrate. But what you can see, of course, is just how clever this is and how intuitive it is. The minute you press on something, and you can switch this on or off, there's a little gentle vibration that just tells you, if you've got fat fingers like me, that you have actually hit the right button, that you've made contact with it. But it's this multi-gesture. What that means is that when you go in, if you're scrolling through things, for example, you can do this just by a brush of your finger. You can expand, you can contract, and that's what's clever about this. But look how thin, look how delicious that is, and it really is a classy looking bit of kit. Look at this, you can see there. It is absolutely fantastic. I love this. And there's lots of people who've been saying, Bert, can you connect this up to anything? This even has a USB port. So you could connect up a keyboard if you don't like the very lovely keyboard that comes up, the virtual keyboard.
I was just thinking that when you mentioned the fat fingers, that you can get yourself
Well, I have. It's no getting away from it, Richard.
Yeah. and of course, you might want to take full advantage of the screen as well, and not lose some of that with the keyboard if you're doing something particularly visual. So you've got that option. And if you sat down in front of your desk, you can put that on the tripod and use it just as you would a normal monitor. It just sits there. You can have your keyboard in front.
Many features on this. As I said, it's got the latest operating system that Google designed, the Android Honeycomb 3, for tablets. It wasn't the system that you'll find in the smartphones, as good as that is. It's been specifically designed for that. The connectivity is incredible. The fact that you've got HDMI out, the fact you've got USB out, means that you can connect it up to other devices as well. A lot of other tablets you can't do that with. The fact that you've got this beautiful brushed aluminium kind of effect on the back there. You're also buying from a brand, not just buying from QVC, as you know, gives you that 30-day money-back guarantee, but Richard, you're buying from one, if not the largest computer manufacturer in the world now, Acer. It's a huge brand.
And this is a brand that you can trust as well. These guys really know what they're talking about. This is a long-anticipated product, and it looks to me, and it feels, and the use I've had from this, it's been worth the wait.
Yes.
And just going back to the applications where you can connect to other devices, we actually had this rigged up to the TV the other night. We've got a nice 52-inch plasma screen TV. We downloaded the movie. We connected this 2 minutes, and there we go. We're watching it on the big screen.
Exactly. And that's another thing that means that you can start to use this and how it forms part of your life. So whether you're catching up with, you know, and that's another thing, Richard. You went on that holiday. You had a fantastic holiday. You took loads of pictures. Now, whether you took them with this or whether you took them with a smaller compact camera, you then downloaded them onto this. It's very simple to do. You then go round to, you know, your mum or dad's house or a pal's house or whatever, and you show them the photos on a screen like that. They're not all crowding round this tiny little 4-inch screen, are they?
Well, there's that, but they were seeing the pictures for the second time because, of course, we were emailing them from the side of the pool as we're taking them. And the grandparents were loving that. They were seeing the kids, and 5 minutes later, they've got the pictures by the pool.
Richard, I'm going to put that back on its little easel there because I think it's time to make your mind up. We do give you a 30-day money-back guarantee, and today this is on 4 easy pays, which means from a debit, credit, or charge card, make one of those payments plus your P&P, and you get this home and you play with it. And I say the word play with it because it is great fun. Richard, great to see you. Thanks very much for joining us on QVC.